Today, we're focusing on women in the workplace. And our survey shows that nearly 1 in 5 women feel they have missed out on a promotion or a new job because of their gender. The same number of women in their 40s and 50s feel they have missed out on a promotion or a new job because of their age. So age and gender, Judi, how does that sit with you? What have been your experiences?
You know, my background was in social work. I never felt like I missed out any opportunities. I think a lot of women led in that force, to be honest with you, and women of a certain age because they had the experience and so on when it comes to life and managing such heavy cases. In entertainment, especially as a comedian, there was always a predominantly, when it was a show, it was always male-led. But I think that for me as a female that's 45, at this moment now, I feel like I understand my power when I step into a room, but I'm so conscious and aware when I'm stepping into a room when it's only men. So I know I will think about what I'm wearing when I'm stepping in that room, what kind of energy am I going to bring in that room, because I know there's either going to be a perception of me, whether I'm a woman, whether it's my age or whether my race. So I find that I go into this room with my own power and I don't really feel that intimidated or feel like what I want I can't get because of a man. That would be other circumstances, or whether I feel like, you know, I was the best person fit. There's other things that will stop you from getting a job, but at the moment, for me, I don't personally think that is an issue at present for me.
And
but
that's
I can see in other areas.
having grown over the years too, though,
it's confidence. And I'm in a different area. I think if it was corporate, I definitely know people in corporate who definitely, as a woman, feel like they don't get the opportunities that their male counterparts do. So I definitely know that happens.
It's interesting, though, Janet, because you've been in the hiring and firing role. You've been the boss. Like,
yeah, but
you've also gone for jobs. So
well, have I really gone for jobs? Or have jobs been offered to me?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, that's my fault. My fault. Sorry.
I don't think I've had to grovel. No, jobs have been offered to me, and it's not luck either. They're not offering. It's not a lucky break. They're offering you the job because you're going to do the job better than the bloke who they could have given it to. So I don't believe in luck in a career sense. I believe in like hard work and confidence. So what this survey shows to me that women are still lacking in confidence, because when I started out, people talked about the glass ceiling, and then we used to make a joke and say it's not glass, it's concrete. We cannot get through. But I do think that Judi talked about the corporate world. I do think at the highest level, the FTSE 100, that's the 100, you know, most highest performing, most important companies to this country, have appointed more women to their boards, and these women are more visible. The problem really is for ordinary working women that they don't feel that they're getting through. And I can only say to them that change is happening, that when you look at things like when they're considering who to replace Tim Davie to run the BBC, they're talking about a bloke who was at Google, but they are also talking about 2 women. So of the 3 people whose names have been in the frame, 2 are high-profile women. And we've got women, the woman at the head of ITV, our super boss, and so on. Things have changed. But what I say to women who've told this survey that they do feel passed over, I can only look back at my own experience, and it is really about confidence, about building your self-confidence and realising that if you don't do it, no one's going to help you. Other women will help you to a point, but in the end, making that leap is down to you.
And as well, sorry, you know what else is different now is that we have the ability to use our own platforms.
Yes.
So before, where there was a lot of glass ceiling, we can bust through the glass ceiling. Oh, look, just like my earpiece. So we can bust through the ceiling because we can have our own platforms and let people hear our voices, which maybe before we couldn't do that.
No, there was nothing like that before.
Well, you're saying about busting through your own platforms. I'm very honoured and proud to work for Sonia Friedman Productions in the West End, and she's been nominated as New York Times as the most powerful producer in the West End and Broadway. So, you know, I think when you look at things like that, as you say, Janet, it is the confidence that you need to have to excel and exceed and work hard at it. And I'm still working, but when I was doing accounts, I didn't face that problem for 20 years. I worked from office junior to account supervisor to accounts manager. So
Do you think you had to work harder?
I don't think that I had to work harder, and that was a corporate. There was a lot of corporates that I was working on that had, you know, it was a male-dominated industry, but I made sure that I put my hard work in and kept my head down and succeeded.
But I can tell you how much things have changed. When Judi is talking about being a stand-up and going, well, she went from being a social worker to being a stand-up comedian. When I was first invited onto TV panel shows that were comedy shows, they were all men.
All men.
All men. There'd be 3 men and me, and I did a couple, and then I said to my agent, I'm never doing these again. It's humiliating. I am forced to make my humour descend to their level, and I can't do it. And I just withdrew. And now I think that situation wouldn't arise because, as Judi said, women have their own platform and there are enough women making enough noise that people are scared. And you see women properly represented on the screen. And the more women you see on the screen, be it on this show or loads of other shows, the more women at home will get the confidence from that, from seeing women just speak their minds.
Of
all ages.
Well, the ageism
being
as well.
seen, yeah.
I think that ageism is definitely one of the ones that really impacts, you know, the fact that, you know, we know from society, oh, women over a certain age mustn't dress a certain way, shouldn't have a certain show, shouldn't be going to certain things. It's those labels that actually can knock the confidence. But like you said, seeing a show like ours where there's different age, different cultures, you know, different backgrounds, it lets other women know that it's fine to push through.
Be the way you want to be.
Yeah, and being more Janet, I just love the way
I mean...
it's straight as much of a joke. But Janet's just like, no, it's my job. I am the best person for it.
Yeah.
And being able to tell yourself that and believe it is really powerful. A lot of us just don't do that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Don't apologise.
Well done. And don't apologise. There you go.